Girl, what's up, everybody? It's me, Erica. I don't even know what the is going on around here, girl. Happy Monday. We are just down here, girl. We come down here to talk about the Belle Collective. So that's what we came here to talk about. So go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, let me know you stopped by. I need to have a black scarf on my head because it's a lot of colors going on, but it's good. It's fine. Girl, because I had this on earlier and I was like, I want to put this on, but I meant to put my Nirvana shirt on because it has this like exact color of pink in it. But I was just like, forget it because I don't want to be hot or whatever. But, anyways, so what is going on? I hope everybody had a good weekend. Mine was mostly relaxing. Hold on, we got to put some rings on, girl. So we'll put this on. Okay, anyways. So we are down here to talk about the Bell Collective. So go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, let me know you stopped by. So let's talk about it. Girl, this episode, they said this was the season, the season finale. How is this the end of the season? They're not coming back next week? I was like, that was so weird. I guess they were supposed to have like a party at the end like they usually do on the shows. But Glenn came in there feeling himself and got beside himself and thought he was, I guess, bigger than he was. Girl, I was like, that was a mess. The episode was just okay. I think Lateshia and Latrice are a little weird. At the end of the episode, I don't know how they came to that conclusion that the colognes were in competition and jealous. I was like, where are y'all getting this from? and and Aikisha is always is showing who I always thought you were. What? I was like, this sounds like some hating bitch shit. Like they like Latrice and Lateshia sounded like some two haters at the end of the episode, like they hating ass husbands. That's who they sounded like. They really I was like, how did y'all come to this conclusion? Anyways, so we start off with Latrice and Cliff preparing for the taste opening. And he's complaining, well, she's complaining about the size of the sign. And she told the guy not to make it that size. And Cliff was trying to create this idea that the reason why the sign was bigger was because they charged her more, and they charged her more because he wasn't in charge. So basically, because you're a woman, they took advantage of you and made the sign bigger because you up it was an upsell. And she explained to him, no, I didn't pay any more. I didn't pay any more. He just made it bigger. But I didn't want it this size. And I just don't like the dynamic between every single time Latrice says something to Cliff, he becomes defensive and has to like posture like he's a man. Like he has to remind her, you're a woman and I'm a man. And the reason why this sign is bigger is because he charged you more for it, and the reason why he charged you more for it is because I wasn't here. That's why they don't want me here, so they can charge you more for stuff. And she was like, he didn't charge me anymore for this. He just made it bigger than what I wanted it to be bigger than. Anyway, Selena shows up and she shows her what type of drink she's gonna make for the opening. And it's like, has a little, what do you call it, the ice, dry ice kind of situation. It's not dry ice, but it gives like that smoky thing. I don't know what they put in the drinks, girl. I'm not a mixologist. Shout out to y'all. Marie goes to her bishop who just took his curlers out, his sponge rollers out of his hair. Girl, I said you got a roller set. Come on, sponge, y'all moms used to put sponge rollers in your hair to make your little bangs. That's what my mom used to do. Put a little sponge roller right there in the front to have my little bangs, girl. Mm-hmm. Miss Bishop had her bangs, honey, and was basically telling Marie that has she ever thought, is it time to get baptized? I'm like, all them niggas, them three niggas right there need to be dunked too. I was like, why every time they talk about the shooting, they pan over to her sons? Because something in the milk ain't clean. I don't understand how there's so much violence around Marie and her family. And I don't think that it's a coincidence that her son's just sitting there. One of them, his jaw was clenched so tight and he looked like he was pissed off. And the other son in the middle, he looked just like Marie. First of all, we didn't even know Marie had two other children. We just thought it was Jerez and Zuri. I don't know where these two other dudes came from, but that middle one with the white shirt on, he looked just like Marie when we first met her. She don't look like that no more. But anyway, they know something. I don't give a damn what you say. I'm going to use deductive reasoning. I'm not going to be no goddamn fool and act like these three dudes, they into something they're not supposed to be involved in. Because Jerez's child's mother, she was in a car, a drive-by, and was. So how did that happen? Mistaken identity? Did they think that you were driving her car? Because that's what you niggas do, drive her car. So were you were you driving her car and they shot up the car because they know that you are always in her car driving, girl? So I don't know. He tells him just because no one got physically hurt doesn't mean that anyone didn't get hurt. Zuri says that she just wants to be at home, and unfortunately, they don't want to go back there, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all. But I would definitely question those sons, especially that one that was his jaw. Go back and look at it. His mouth was like this. I don't know if that's just the way his face was shaped, but I was like, why is his jaw so clenched and tight? Why are you not relaxed? You at church? If that's, I mean, you can't even really be relaxed in church because I was watching something on Dylan Roof the other day. Girl, you can't really go in the church like the way you want to. But anyway, um, yeah. So Marie can't go back home. They're gonna have to move, and they figure out the solution is for her to get baptized. I said, okay. She wants to turn over a new leaf, I guess. Lateshia and Glen, he walks in. She's cooking food, frying pork chops, frying corn, just a bunch of fried shit on the fucking stove. Um, Girl, he makes a comment about what she's cooking and tries to make sure she's cooking the food the right way. I don't like that. See, I have the personality type. Somebody said that there is a psychological term for it. But I have the personality type. If I'm cooking, I'm doing it out of the kindness of my heart. And if you come in here telling me what to do and looking over stuff like this, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna turn off all the burners and I'm gonna stop. And I'm gonna say, you could finish it because I was doing it out of the kindness of my heart. Don't come in here talking about what I'm cooking and how I'm cooking it, looking and making sure. You don't have to look and make sure shit. You want it crispy? Here, make it as crispy as you want to make it. I'm gonna turn the burner off. You can turn it right back on. We could switch positions. Period. I don't like that at all. I don't like it. I don't like it. She says if he wants me to be like a housewife, he gonna have to let me do what I do and this and that. So he goes and sits on the couch. She comes over there with a folder. She has basically in the folder a business plan, everything that he needs to be doing to get his entrepreneurship in his truck, whatever he's doing with his truck. What is he doing with the truck? So she's already running his business or trying to help him run his business to give him a push. You know how y'all like to soldier for your men. So she's down here, created a plan, and he's saying that it makes him feel like a kid that she's coming with a business plan. You moving too fast. You moving too fast. She was like, you're not moving fast enough. If you want to do this, if you want to be an entrepreneur in this, you got to move into action, bro. It's not this talk, 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 talk. Ironically, coming from Miss Talk, 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 all she do is talk, talk, talk. We don't see no action from Miss Lateshia, even though Akeisha is the one who's been in competition with you and jealous of you. No, there is no competition where you don't compete, girl. You can't even compete with her. Y'all not even on the same fucking field. If we want to keep it a buck. Sorry. Now, he tells her that he feels like a kid because she's trying to tell him what to do. But here we are again with, you are supposed to be the man of the house. You're supposed to be doing this and doing that. You quit your job. You don't tell her. You start a business. You don't have a plan. You don't have a plan. Where is your plan? You a man, right? So where's your plan? Where is the plan, man? Where is it? You moving too fast. You not moving fast enough. You got a truck. What are you going to do with this truck? Are you delivering bread? What the fuck? What are you doing? What's going on? I don't know. I don't like that, but that's her man. She loves him. She sticks up for him. They think that they are right in that situation that happened later. And they were like two bitch ass niggas at the end of that episode. I was like, oh, look at these bitch ass niggas. I was like, ugh, these are your husbands? Ugh. So Marie gets baptized, and so Gucci and Lateshia show up to support Marie, and she gets baptized. I don't know how that is going to. I don't know. I mean, that's probably just for her peace of mind. She wants to be baptized, and that's what it is. Oh, girl, I thought this thing was off. I was about to be annoyed. Okay. So Goddess Links is opening along with Taste. They're opening on the same day. They're an alleyway apart from each other. So they first have the Goddess Links opening. The mayor, Umfumi, what is his name? He comes and he shows up. They say he looks like Drake. I don't know. But anyways, he shows up. He gives her like a recognition for, bringing more business to the community. Sophia and JJ show up in an old vintage car, very cute. But then the guy gets out and like flaps out this yoga mat, and they walk on it to go inside. And like, why? Why are they doing this at Goddess Links? I mean, do that at the club. I would rather that be done at the club site. Why do that at the hair part? I didn't understand that. I thought that was so weird. I did not understand that. Somebody explained to me why JJ and So Gucci did that. That was so weird. I didn't get it. Anyways, Selena and Sophia, they speak to each other when they walk in, and they, JJ speaks to the daughters a little bit, and then they go outside with the mom, and they're telling her how they were talking to their dad, and she was like, I don't care about. They were like, did he see you? And she was like, girl, I know he saw me. I know he saw me. He saw y'all. He saw me. He's avoiding her. We don't know why. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know why he's so mad. Why are you still mad? According to Selena, he wasn't the best person. Like, he has a persona, and I think that her presence kind of dims that. Like, he wants to be this jovial guy, but there's something that he's holding against her, that when she's present, he's not himself. And it's weak as hell to me, because I'm not like, what happened? Like, why are you mad at her because she cheated on you, but you cool with Cliff and slapping hands with Cliff? I don't understand. Anyway, somebody please explain to me. I just need James Edward Williams Jr. to have a relationship with his daughters. I don't give a damn if he speaks to me. Have a relationship with your daughters. I don't care if he speaks to me, damn it. Period. So most of the people show up late. The only people that were there like on time was like Latrice and her friends, and then like we saw Mel there. She's so tall. Her publicist, and then Tamra was there because she was hosting. I guess because I don't know why, because Tamra enunciates so well. I don't know why she's always the host. Well, I mean she's on radio, so she has that voice to get everybody to listen. Yes. So she's hosting the event, and then she tells everybody, gives, Latrice props. I think it's great. I think that showing, we didn't see nothing, like we saw that weak ass brunch the other day, but her opening goddess links, her opening taste, I love that they are showing that these women are accomplishing things. That's one thing I do like. Um, and so they walk through the alley, they walk over to taste, and they're all sitting down. I guess Glen leaves and comes back with this City Trends shirt, button up shirt he had. And so he's feeling himself. It's his birthday. He's turning 38, looking 62. But it's whatever. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's fried pork chops and fried corn. I don't know what could be, but um he comes in, they all sit down in this like little area, like it's like everybody is sitting on this booth, in this booth. Everything looks nice. The wall, I love the wall. I don't know if it's wallpaper or some. I assume it's wallpaper, but it's like black with like foliage, which I love. It kind of reminds me of like something like this, which I like. I like black walls with pretty colors of foliage on there. Just big monstera leaves. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I love that look. So I thought it was cute. I don't know if I looked down and missed the hors d'oeuvres. I don't know, but everybody seemed to be having a good time. People were dancing and things like that. So Willie and Ikesha get to Goddess Links really, really late. Everybody got there really, really late. Even So Gucci and JJ, they made, their way over there. So they're all sitting down. When Glenn comes back, he goes to sit in the booth with everybody else, and Willie's like, "Hey, what's up?" And he gives Willie like this weak ass handshake. And let me tell you something, like there's one thing that I know about men. A way to show disrespect is to give a nigga a weak ass handshake, barely shake his hand. That's the first sign of disrespect. That's when I knew that Glenn was already on one, right? So he gives Willie that weak ass handshake, and then he says something about his five. Willie says something about his $5 shirt. So it does sound like they're just going back and forth with their normal digs at each other. That's the relationship that they have created, where they kind of bag on each other. So I don't know if it was Glen to Cliff or Cliff to Glen, but one of them said, "You got this hot young wife." I can only think that he's talking to Cliff, because Lateshia's not young, so I don't know. So you got this hot young wife, and he has Ikesha. Ikesha is not no slouch. I don't know what the fuck. Like that is, it's just really, they were rude off the bat, right? So you're bringing Ikesha into it, saying that Latrice looked better than Ikesha, or Lateshia looked better than Ikesha. One of them. I don't know who said it to who. Y'all let me know who said it to who. But that was said. I couldn't see who actually said it. And then Willie goes, he says something about, "I'm trying to figure out what y'all over there mumbling about." And Cliff goes, "We trying to figure out who did your hair." Now you start. Now you're being slick. You look like a Cabbage Patch doll. Remember the Cabbage Patch dolls? The heads used to be bald, and then right in the center, they just had a little patch of hair. That's what Cliff looks like. You have a little patch of hair right there. You look like an old granddaddy face Cabbage Patch doll with a patch of hair, a little blonde hair at the top of your head, girl. I was like, these niggas are messy. And I was like, okay, that's fine. So he's like, "I got the best barber." And he was like, "At least you matching today, because you don't really be matching." And like, they're really going back and forth. So everybody was like, "Girl, what's going on?" He was like, "Yeah, I got my barber," or something like that. That's what Willie's saying. He was like, "We comparing barbers? Like, what are you talking about?" So now first thing, you give him a weak ass handshake. Then you say you're trying to figure out who did his hair. Then you're telling him he's not dressed right. He's not matching. Oh, this is the first time we've seen you matching. I was like, oh, okay. They really going back and forth. He was like, "You over here talking because you looking like a broke magician," because he had on like this black and white shirt with this like real hard collar on it. I don't know the shirt. I didn't know where it was from. He says, Cliff in the confessional says, well, Willie been talking about Glen's rap career. What rap career, nigga? What rap career? What career? The nigga quit his job. He don't have no careers. What are you talking about? The nigga is effectively jobless. So what are you talking about? His rap career? I was like, girl, and he can't take it. But when somebody say something about him, he can't take it. Willie can take it. I think Willie was ready. Really, Willie knew from that handshake, these niggas are on some bullshit. And he just said on the previous episode, I don't care if they don't like me, as long as they stay respectful. And that's what they didn't do. I don't have no problem. Nigga, you don't have to like me. I don't really give a fuck. I'm here for my wife. And I just have to be in this group. You saw JJ's face. He was so disappointed. He was like, with his drink again. Like they're messing with him intentionally. And then he says Willie can't take getting poked at. And he was like, well, you better take your shot. You only got one shot. And he called them dumb and dumber. He was like, why we dumb? I'd like to hear this. This is Glen. I'd like to hear why we dumb. Cause what did he say? Cause we arguing with you. I think that's what he said. Cause we going back and forth with you. So we dumb and dumber. He said, talking about you makes us dumb. He was like, I live rent free in your head. That's what Willie said to Glen. And they're talking, and it's like loud and back and forth, but they're still going back and forth. He was like, I live rent free in your head. You are not a hair follicle on my mind. That's when Willie should have known, like, this is not even going to be a fair. Physically, it's not going to be a fair fight. Intellectually, it's not going to be a fair fight. It's not. Intellectually and physically, Willie is going to run over both of those men. Somebody said it online. You talking about an NFL player compared to a fisherman. What you think is going to happen? What you think is going to happen? Girl, Willie is just a bitch. And then Cliff gets up to say, I don't like Willie. I don't like Willie. I don't like Willie. Okay, we know you don't like Willie. And Willie's now looking his face, looking like, okay, I got you. You just a little fish in a pond is what Glen. I was like, did they get together and say, this is what we're going to say to Willie? Because I'm like, y'all don't even make sense. A hair follicle, you a little fish in a big pond. I was like, what is going on? Akeisha said, no, let's get back to the part where you don't like Willie and how we don't give a fuck. I said, I know that's right. Period. Get him. Period. Glen is feeding off of Cliff's energy. Your wife is nice, but you sound like a Belle. Latrice was like, I expect the back and forth in the women, but I don't expect the back and forth in the men. Girl, Lateshia says Akeisha is pumping Willie up like a little chihuahua, but you was in the back and your hair was moving all over the place. Akeisha was telling Lateshia, fuck you, bitch. Like, I've been really wanting to say that to you, bitch, and I've been trying to be nice, but ever since your dirty ass plates, bitch, it's been fuck you. Because ever since Akeisha got on the show, Lateshia has felt intimidated and inferior next to that woman. And I'm standing on that. That's it. You have felt a way about her because you got a lot of mouth. You and your husband got a lot of mouth, and the colognes come in and move into action and have paper signed and contract signed and moving into action, doing something you claim that you wanted to do for your family. And ever since then, ever since it fell through, we haven't heard nothing about it from you or anything else. Nothing else from you. But the colognes are in competition with you and your weak ass husband who quit his job without telling you. Girl, please. Y'all look so foolish there. And Glen started all that shit. It started with that handshake. You gonna give me a fake ass handshake? That's a sign of disrespect. And then them fighting over the fact that then I want to know where you do your hair. I want to see you matching. You're talking to him and he says it. You're a Belle. You're a Belle. And then Willie said you could suck these bells. Now y'all offended because that man told you to suck his dick. Now all of a sudden, oh, that's so disrespectful. Do you realize where you are? Do you realize you in the South? You ain't in New Jersey. What does that mean? Y'all don't suck dick in the South? You niggas don't suck dick in the South? I Honey, that's not what I heard. I heard y'all suck big dicks down there and little dicks down there in the South. You not you in the South, bruh. You in the South. What does that have anything to do with it? What does that have anything to do with it? You sit on my nuts. You're sitting on my nuts. Stop riding them. Y'all sit on my nuts. You don't got no nuts. You a submissive motherfucker. You don't have no nuts. That's what Cliff said to Willie. And you know why he said that? Because Willie respects his wife. And those two men do not respect their wives. And we have video evidence. We don't even have to be in their life to know that these men don't respect their wives. What husband quits their job without telling their wife? What man, every single time his wife says something, gets defensive and has to flex his manhood, has to remind her that he's a man? Two weak ass niggas, right? But this man here who has not embarrassed his wife, we have not seen Willie act beside himself at all. We don't know what Willie and Akeisha got going on, but what they have shown us, we don't have any evidence to couple with what Cliff and Glen, how they treat their wives. We saw Cliff call Latrice a bitch. We saw him grab her arm forcefully. We saw Glen come on the fucking show and possibly have another bitch pregnant. And then you sit your weird ass on the fucking stage talking about, I would take care of the baby like a dumbass. Girl, the truth is, y'all think these niggas think they better than y'all, right? Because they speak clearly, right? Because they come in here and do the things that they said they're going to do. Akeisha came in there with a goal in mind, and she accomplished the goal. You're jealous and intimidated by her, Lateshia. And at the end of the episode, when Lateshia and Latrice were sitting there talking about, should she be a Belle? Should she be in the Bells? We want them out, girl. And what are y'all gonna do? What are y'all gonna do? Who are you gonna blame? When Akeisha, I said on Twitter the other day, I said, the first sign that they were gonna disrespect the Colognes was putting Akeisha in that intro, shaking her ass like that. That is not her. We have glimpses of her personality, but in the intro of a television show, that's not Akeisha's representation. That's not how she pulls up. She has her fun, but this woman came on here about her business. Why are you showing her at the beginning? Akeisha disapproved of the beginning, and I said that was the first sign of disrespect. So, Cliff says, you a submissive motherfucker who don't have nuts. Willie said, y'all got me fucked up. He said it. Y'all got me fucked up. And Willie looked like he really wanted to get a piece of Glen. They stood up. Cliff stood up. And then Willie stood up. Willie stood up with his hands in front of him like that. So that is a signal that I'm not going to hit you. I'm not in a defensive stance. This is a symbol of I'm good. And we're not fighting or anything like that. Okay? So he stands up with his hands in front of him. Right? And then Glen, I don't know why Glen was like trying to reach over, but if Willie would almost had him too. Willie reached for him to try to get a hold of his shirt. I really wish he would have got a hold of Glen. And then Latrice came on Twitter saying that they brought family members there with guns. Y'all live in the South. What are you talking about? Everybody got a gun. What are you talking about? Everybody got a gun. What are we talking about here? They came with guns. Girl, everybody got a gun or something in their car. In Mississippi? Oh, ain't that where they are? Aren't they in Mississippi? I thought they was in Mississippi. He's trying to push your button. This is what not Willie. This is what Cliff says to Glen. They're trying to push your buttons. Don't let them push your buttons. Y'all were intentionally fucking with that man. Y'all didn't even have to say nothing. Standing up and saying, I don't like Willie. What? Girl, sit down. That was too I was just like, that was too much. I don't feel like Willie instigated that at all. Akeisha got up and said, no, this is, y'all got me fucked up. We come in here, y'all being disrespectful. We didn't come in here to be disrespected. And the minute they showed up and sat down, Glen disrespected Willie. Ask another man giving a man a weak ass handshake. That's a sign of disrespect. I know that's a sign of disrespect amongst men. And then to insult you by saying that we're trying to figure out where you got your hair done. You're trying to say he's feminine, and then later you add on to that by saying you're one of the Bells. No, you can suck these Bells. Now you mad because this nigga told you to suck his dick after you tried to insult him? You know, amongst men, the best way to insult one another is by saying you like a woman. That's the way they insult each other. That's how much they think about women, that they know that they can throw being a woman in another man's face, and he will be insulted by that. Ain't no bitch in me, right? Didn't Willie say that? Men insult each other by calling each other women. Women insult men by calling them women. What does that say about how you feel about women? That something is so wrong with being a woman that you can actually insult a person by calling them or saying that they're like a woman. That's musty as hell. This girl has tried to compete with me all fucking year, girl. You can't compete where you don't compare. So I don't even know what the F Lateshia is talking about. Latrice is crying, saying the goal was to bring something positive to the event. Well, you shouldn't have had Glen. If Glen's birthday party wasn't there, that none of that would have happened. That all started because Glen gave that man a weak ass handshake, and then they both started in on him. Now it's 2 against 1, and he's a big nigga too. I really wish he would have gotten a hold of Glen's shirt. Because at one point, Willie had a jacket on, and then he did not have a jacket on. So I don't know what happened. The next day, Akeisha and Willie are sitting down talking about it. So Gucci, like at the party, so Gucci and Akeisha leave. They leave. She was like, Akeisha, get in the car. They were really mad. I would have been mad too. And if I was Latrice, I would have been mad too, because your weak ass husband started that, Lateshia. So I didn't understand why Latrice was sitting down with Lateshia when Lateshia's husband is the one had started all that mess, because he was feeling tall, big and tall. So he was feeling big and tall for his birthday and decided he wanted to this was going to be the time to disrespect another man by giving him a weak ass handshake and insulting him by calling him a woman. But then at the same time get mad at the nigga for saying suck my dick. How you gonna insult me by calling me a woman and then get mad when I tell you, no, nigga, I'm not a woman, but you can suck this dick, and now you got a problem? Girl, when I tell you, Latrice and Lateshia, your husbands are bitch ass niggas. Ugh. That's who y'all are connected to. Not only do the men not give a fuck and respect, they don't respect you. They think you're beneath them. They think you need to be in a kitchen frying pork chops. They don't have any respect for you. They'll quit their jobs, cheat on you, lie, tell you you're beneath them and you come from my rib, and then y'all want to sit up there like there's something great. Girl, give me a fucking break. Cliff and Glen are some bitch ass niggas. They really are. They really, really are. And I really wish that Willie would have got a hold of whatchamacallit, Glen. I really wish they do. Akeisha and Willie are talking, and Akeisha's like, I knew not to fuck with Lateshia, but I'm not fucking with Latrice. It's dead. That's over with. I don't know if the colognes are coming back. I saw Willie on. He does come because at the after the fight, Willie was like, "I got contracts and stuff. I can't. I got too much to lose. I cannot be around here messing with these ignorant ass niggas who are. You're mad at me and you don't like me because you think that I'm better than you. You are upset because you believe I think I'm better than you because you see that I have high standards. I don't disrespect my wife. I actually lean into my wife and we collaborate and cooperate with each other. Y'all don't do your wives like that. You see how they talk about Russell Wilson, right? We don't, that's not how niggas act. We ain't supposed to be respecting our wives. They supposed to be in the kitchen. We ain't supposed to be listening to them. We got to flex our manhood every time we get an opportunity to. Willie's not like that. So now you're different. And then your wife is coming in here showing. I told y'all 2 weeks ago. Didn't I tell y'all 2 weeks ago? Watch Ikesha throw an event after that brunch to show that this is how you do it. And the comparison is a stark difference. Yours, Lateshia, Miss Brunch Queen, but that was giving very amateur-ish. It was given, this is my first brunch, not my 20th brunch. It was very empty. It looked like a damn ghost town. On the other hand, Ikesha and Soguchi's health and wellness event was very organized. They had doctors there, professionals that can actually sit down and have a conversation about what is going on and not just be in the front of the room talking about how to empower women, but at the same time getting jealous because a woman is coming in doing what you wanted to do. So now she's been competing with you all year. No, bitch, you've been in competition and lagging severely. Girl, I did not like that. At the end, I was like, Lateshia and Latrice are weak as fuck for that. That that did not start. Willie and Ikesha did not start that. That was Glen's little fisherman ass. He's the one that started that shit. I was like, ugh. Y'all, they said they're done. I don't know if they're coming back. I don't know if Ikesha and are coming back. Maybe that's why they keep showing Antoinette. Maybe Antoinette is going to come back and Ikesha and Willie are going to leave. Because, I mean, I don't know. How can Ikesha, the girls act like they don't like Ikesha and Ikesha's only cool with Soguchi? So what's going to happen? I think the colognes are leaving. I said, I don't want to do anything with them. Lateshia and Latrice sit down and said they're competing and it's jealousy. Ikesha is dead to me. She doesn't fit the collective. She has to go. Really? If it was a competition, Ikesha would have won. She's the one that got the contract and she's the one that got the contract on Ferris Street. That fight did not have to happen. It did not have to happen. But I guess they thought it was going to be the day that they were going to fuck with Willie enough to get him upset. And that's what happened. It was when he gave him that weak ass handshake, I said, oh no, they're being disrespectful. They're being disrespectful. And then consistently insulting him. It started off with the hair, then you're not matching. Then I don't like Willie, standing up and telling the whole room, I don't like Willie. I don't like Willie. And he's like, okay, that's fine. And Willie said it. He was like, I don't care that they don't like me. Nigga, you guys are not my type of niggas anyway. I won't fuck with you in or out of this situation. I don't fuck with you niggas in this situation or out of the situation. Y'all some weak ass niggas. Look at how y'all do your wives. Look at how you partner, how you are in your partnerships. Y'all are weak niggas. And you have to flex your manhood all the time. You want to insult another man by making all these woman references, but then when he reminds you, nigga, no, I'm a man and you can suck this dick, now you got a problem. Girl, give me a fucking break. Your niggas is weak. Latrice and Lateshia, you are married to some bitch ass, weak ass niggas. I feel sorry for you and your offspring. Anyways, y'all, that was the end of the episode. Let me know what y'all think about it. Who do you think that was started the fight? What do you think about that? I know that Latrice came online saying that the Colognes brought firearms to the event. They didn't look like that, but I don't know what happened. But I don't know anybody run around the South without being armed. I don't know that. I don't know. Everybody is armed. What are you talking about? That's why everybody say don't won't start none, won't be none, bitch. Because everybody's armed out this motherfucker. We all got guns, bitch. Like that man said. We all got guns. So I don't know what you talking about. We live in America, Jack. We all got guns out this motherfucker. So I don't understand. And they probably had to bring firearms because they knew what kind of hood ass environment they were about to be in. Anyways, I didn't like it. I didn't know that this was the last episode. Anyways, y'all let me know what y'all think of the episode. Let's get down in the comments. Protect your energy, peace, and get your weak ass husbands off the screen.